ladies, Zentangle is a meditative art form that is a relaxing method of creating abstract art using structured patterns. It teaches and focuses on being mindful and present. Zentangle requires no artistic skills. Welcome to 31 Days of Zen, the October project, Luminous Lotus. I am Manne. I'm an artist and a certified Zentangle teacher. In this channel, we talk about creating and practicing Zentangle, my own Zentangle inspired artworks and collectibles. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out on any videos that I post here throughout this month of October. For today's project, I am working with string number 2. This is day 2 of the October project, and I am using string number 2 from the Luminous Lotus string template. You can get your string template by logging on to www.sandhya.podia.com/luminouslotus. So I am using a round Zendala tile with working with black, brown and white pens and some watercolors. So go grab your supplies and let's get started. On to tangling now. Okay, so here we are, day 2, and here's the string for day 2. This is the string template, Luminous Lotus, 31 Days of Zen. The videos are on YouTube, but you need to get this PDF on my website, www.sandhya.podia.com/luminouslotus. So go get your string template and have it traced onto your tile. So this is my day 2 tile. For this project, we will need 01 black micron, a 08 black micron if required, a brown 01 micron for sure, 10 jelly roll. You can use any other white gel pen. So I'm going to use, I have both the pencils. This is a dark pencil and this is the regular graphite pencil, white charcoal pencil, Stub. And this is the eraser pencil, so just in case we need to clean up things. And we will need 2 brushes and watercolors for this project. So get your supplies ready, and of course a scrap sheet to check our colors. So these are our supplies that we will need. Oh, and a dust free eraser. Okay, so let's get started. First thing first, I want to use my 01 black micron and kind of ink the flower. We're just going to work with the flower. I'm not really going to ink the outline, the circle here. So for now, we'll just ink the flower. So we can always go back and kind of change or adjust the pencil lines while you're inking it with a pen. So go ahead and do that. Okay, I just realized I didn't clean up my tile. So I'm going to use this dust-free eraser to just go over the pencil lines once so it can lighten my pencil lines. Do you see how it just lightens it? Okay, so now let's go ahead and ink them. So I'm going to do the bottom petal first. Okay, so I am now going to ink the borderline, but I'm going to use my razor pencil and just clean up all these lines. Okay, so we're going to start with colors. Let's see what colors do we want to add to this flower. Okay, so since we started off with this purple, let's see. I want to try the lavender color, kind of this lavenderish color. Let's see if this would look good, or I think this looks good. This is like that eggplant color. So I'm going to try this. Okay, this was the first color and this is the second day color. Okay, so I'm using this. Yesterday we worked with this color, so this is more blue in it and less of pink, and it kind of creates this this eggplantish color, which just makes it really nice. So I'm gonna work with this. So like the way we did yesterday, I'm gonna first use my clean brush, which is my water brush, to just add water for the petals. So I'm gonna work one by one. So I added the water in this. Now I'm gonna use my other brush to add the color. So like yesterday, we're gonna add more dark right at the bottom, and then we're gonna let that spread up, so that way we get a lovely gradation. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to kind of work alternating petals so that we don't disturb the one that we've just worked with. It's still wet, so we don't want to kind of go too close to that. So luckily we have more petals here, so we will work on the other petals, like alternating petals. So it's going to be dark here, and the tip of the petal we're going to keep it lighter. Okay, I'm using my water brush to just pull the color out, but we need more color. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing here on this side of the flower. Okay, now I think I'm gonna go on the top, this one. Okay, I'm gonna work on these two. Okay, so now I'm gonna work on these two petals. So again, darker at the end and lighter at the tips. Okay, so now I'm gonna do this. Okay, I'm going to do these two petals. Okay, since the color seems to have spread here, I'm just going to use my clean brush to just kind of blend it in like that. Okay, so I'm going to do the other side. I'll do these two. Maybe I'll do this first then. Okay, so I'm going to do these two first. Okay, so this is the last one. Okay, oh, I love this lovely little lotus. So let us dry and then we shall get to the tangle part. Okay, so here this is all done and it's dry. So now let's get to adding tangles around the flower inside this circle. So I am going to use brown Micron to work inside, and I plan to use black outside. You can do it the other way as well. So here I'm going to do Flux, Maria's Flux, which goes like this. Okay, and we kind of fill the gaps with circles. Okay, so continuing to add the circles. Okay, so now I am just going to give an aura around this, and then we'll start with the black pen for the outer edges. So let's go ahead and get started with the aura line. Just adding the solid brown gaps between so that you don't have any white sections showing through. Okay, I think we got this. Okay, so before we get to the black section, I want to finish the flower with the white. So let's do that. So I'm working with my jelly roll white, and let's just activate the pen. Okay, so here we are going to do this tangle called Borbz. It's a beautiful tangle. So all of the petals is going to have the same tangle. So I just go around adding a fine aura line, and we start with a circle somewhere in the center. We're not placing it in this right in the center. It can be a little off center. In fact, it looks more interesting when the circle is a little off center. And then we pull out lines like this. So I do the same thing for all the petals except for these three. These three we're going to do something else. So notice how I start off with my circle in one corner. So take your time, finish all of this. Okay, there, this is done. Now let's get to this section. So here we're going to do this tangle called Plumes. It actually is a flowy tangle, but here we're going to kind of just let it fit in this space. So it's like these petal shapes that comes out of the center wing. You can make it as long as you want, but for our project today we just want a smaller part. But it's a beautiful tangle to kind of beautiful organic tangle which flows beautifully. So there it is done. Okay, so now here I am going to use Flux 01 Micron, and we are basically going to work with 3 tangles: Crescent, Moon, Toodles, and Flukes. So let's see how we can play this. We're going to kind of add few here and then some there. So I want to start off with a Crescent Moon shape. Okay, let's do this. And I'm not one of the ideas or challenges that I have kind of put myself on for this project is to not really do things the perfect way. I want to kind of have things changed. Like here I have 4, but I want to make 5 on this one. I want to make something slightly bigger, so I really don't want to follow the standard that I set here. I'm just going to keep changing with every segment of this tangle. Okay, so I am now going to start with Toodles here. Maybe I can add one more layer. Okay, so I start somewhere here. Start with Toodles. So we make this center spine and then pull out these arms. On both sides, and then give it a leaf shape like that. Right, so I'm going to add another one. Start with a center spine and then add these little hands. Okay, so I'm going to add some more. So maybe one more here. I think I'm going to pull it out like that. So So I'm going to pull out one from here like this. Okay, and I'm going to pull out one more here. Okay, and one more here. Okay, so here I'm going to add some more of crescent moons. Okay, so here we are going to start with adding our Flukes, Tangles, Flukes, which needs a grid. So I'm going to make my lines like this to make a grid. And same thing here. Okay, so let's go ahead and add flukes. So this tangle is a very simple tangle, but so beautiful. So you start off with this V shapes like this, about 2 or 3 depending on how big your diamond or square is here. Okay, I do the same thing here as well. Okay, so let's now add the darks. So I'm going to fill in the center part of the crescent moon and the tangle fluke. So let's go in and do that. So yesterday's project had the sun kind of a finish. Today's style has a moon kind of a finish for the lotus. Okay. Okay, so now let's get to shading. Oh, before that, I need to, I have all these gaps between Toodles, so let's just go in and fill those. So I'm just going to add tipples. Okay, so for this I am just going to add a little bit of so inside of Toodles I'm just adding some pattern to kind of make it more interesting. Okay, so let's get to shading. Okay, so let's start with the shading. So I'm gonna go around the petals. So I'm going around the flower, sorry, around the petals. Okay, so let's blend this out. So I'm just adding pencil a little more on one side just to give that effect, and with that we kind of finish the shading of the flower, more like that. Okay, so now I am going to go around adding the pencil between the crescent moons, in like right there and here. Add some circles here. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna add pencil along that line there. We do the same thing here. Okay, so I'm just going to go along the big petal here. gently adding graphite here. So there it is, all done. Let's journal this. So I'm going to put my initials somewhere. I'm going to do it with my brown pen here. Okay, so let's go around and add our, let's journal this with the tangle names. Okay, so this is day 2 and 7 October 2025. This is Luminous Lotus. And so we started off with Borbz, and then we did a teeny tiny bit of Plumes, and then we did Flux. Sorry, that was Maria's Flux. And then we added Crescent moon, and then we added Toodles and Flukes. So these have been our tangles, and here is our tile all done. Hope you had fun on this project with me. I would love to see your creations, so head on to our Facebook group Zendalas, where all the after party fun happens. Share your creations there and check out the works by other Zendalas. If you're sharing this on social media, then please do tag me at Sandhya Manne or hashtag LuminousLotus day 2. So I get to see all your lovely works there, and I do stop by to comment. A quick note, these projects and these videos are for your personal use and no part of this can be used for any kind of commercial purposes. To understand the Zentangle method and to get started on your own Zentangle journey, check out my website www.sandhyamannestudio.com for classes, courses and workshops. If you're just getting started, I highly recommend start with my beginner's workshop, which is called the Fundamentals of Zentangle. Okay, so now it's time to comment. Please comment and let me know how you enjoyed this project, because that helps me plan out my next set of videos. Also, it's time to show some love, so hit that like button, share the video and subscribe to the channel. To join the October project, Luminous Lotus, log on to www.sandhyamannestudio.podia.com/luminouslotus and get your string template. Okay, so I shall see you tomorrow with day 3 project. Until then, remember to breathe and smile. See ya. Namaste.